A lot of our friends are still at the expo area. I request all of you to please come back to the main hall. We have the second session starting now, which is the core engineering branches. If you're still in the expo area, please come back and join us inside the hall. In 30 seconds, we're starting the second session, which is core engineering branches. I repeat, all our friends in the expo area, I request the principals, the vice principals also, to please get the students back to the main hall. The core engineering branches session number 2 is now about to begin. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. It's now time for our session number 2. Session 2 addresses the confusion and misconceptions around engineering choices in today's technology-driven world. It aims to explain core engineering branches, their foundations, future relevance, and the right choices students should make based on attention on the stage. You know, today can be a very, very special and important day in your career. Are you ready to start? Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to be introducing you to our very first speaker who has joined us out here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's our honor to introduce Dr. Rama Vedula Sastry, a key speaker for session 2 and one of India's most respected figures in core engineering education. A professor at National Institute of Technology, Karnataka, former Vice Chancellor and a national authority in mining, geotechnical engineering and infrastructure. He brings 4 decades of experience spanning academia, government policy and large-scale industrial products. Today, he joins us to share deep insights on core engineering, nation building and long-term career relevance. Please give a warm welcome, everybody, to Dr. Rama Vedula Sastry. He's here with us today. Let's welcome him with a big round of applause. Very warm welcome to you, sir. Can I request Zakir Hussain, sir, to please present a bouquet to Dr. Rama Vedula Sastry, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Can I now request you to please address our lovely audience out here and please present your keynote speech.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I find some of the young guys are engaged in some conversation. If you permit, I'll start. Is it okay? May I start? Respected parents, young children, the future of the nation. At the beginning itself, I would like to remind you about our national song, long ago written by whom? May I get the answer? Who was the author of our national song, Vande Mataram? I think we shouldn't expect the answer. It looks nowadays. Okay. The national song of Bharat says, Sujalam, Sufalam, Sastry Shyamlam, Vande Mataram. Some of the extracts, some of the important words I am taking. Sujalam, full of water resources in abundance. Still we are struggling to irrigate crores of, rather lakhs of hectares of our land. The best example, till yesterday was the state of Telangana, many more, Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. So many other states are there, for which Government of India recently has started a separate venture, Jal Shakti. I'll come to the details later. Sufalam, we need to enjoy the benefits reaped through agriculture sector, be happy. fill our stomach. Lot of importance is being given to sericulture and so many other areas. Malaysia Sitalam, full of Western Ghats. I think one of the 13 most biodiversified zones in the world. Tremendous amount of environmental culture is there, environmental importance is there in our Western Ghats, of course, Eastern Ghats as well. Sasyashyamalam, I think every one of us, Sasyashyamalam, it's not just looking something like green, means every citizen of the nation must be happy, should prosper. I think, I don't know what happened. Over the last 7 decades of time, something has happened, some progress was there, but still we are struggling to exist. And we have gone into a direction wherein we try to provide services to others, rather other sectors, which of course is also an important aspect. I would like to draw the attention of the parents especially, because one of the earlier speakers, I just entered the auditorium midway in that session, and I found that, he said, you have to take the youngsters should have the advice of the parents. Question to all the youngsters, how many of you follow the newspapers, developments in the nation that are taking place, happenings around the globe, which are directly going to have impact on our nation? If you don't know, doesn't matter, but try to have an eye over these things, then only you will be able to make a right choice as far as your career growth is concerned. Which profession you need to get into, you'll be able to decide better. And then my appeal to all the parents also, please keep your vision open and make it wider to see the happenings that are taking place in the country. For the last 4 decades, I think 1980s, many of these audience would not have been on this globe, but we have seen the revolution of computerization, introduction of computer departments everywhere, because my alma mater is Banaras Hindu University, ITBHU. I was a student of ITBHU in those days. Now it is IITBHU. I was a faculty member there for about 8 years. I saw the introduction of computer engineering department with the professors coming from electrical background. Subsequently, so many other departments. We have produced lakhs of computer engineers serving, software sector. But every one of you know now what is the stage of affairs in this sector. Computerization is important. CSE stream is very, very important because they program everything. They program everything. What is that everything? If something else is there, if something is there, then only you can program, you can devise the software for that to run the system. If that thing is not there, it is of no use. There comes into picture the importance of core engineering and related aspects. Realizing this, keeping the future of the nation in mind, I think during last 1 decade of time, tremendous impetus, tremendous emphasis, tremendous thrust is being given to the development of core sector in the country by Government of India. People may think, most of the guys, I think it may not be a fault sort of thing if I assess that plus 90% of you people sitting here may think civil engineering has no applications, no future. But I would like to start from civil engineering and go to aerospace at the end, maybe underwater dynamics as well. I'm going to touch all the spheres. If you see the civil engineering sector, Can any one of you tell me, including the parents, can you find any stretch in the entire nation where within 20 to 25 kilometers, any work is going on or not? I am repeating, can anyone in the audience tell me that no development work, maybe a flyover, widening of roads to 4-lane or 6-lane or 8-lane or 10-lane is not going on in the country in a stretch of just 25 kilometers? No. You find everywhere some or the other activities going on. Lots of importance is given to the highway sector, which is known as Gati Shakti. It's a part of the Gati Shakti sector with about 1.4 lakh crores of investment directly being pumped in by Government of India. You see a network of highways going on everywhere in the country, connecting even northeast also to Mumbai, in the west, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, everywhere you find. If it is 2-lane, it is being doubled to 4-lane. If it is 4-lane, it is being doubled to 6-lane. We have plans afoot to have 10-lane highways in the country, categorized under express highways. Just one example only. Lots of hydraulic power projects are being constructed in different states. And I think in our state of Telangana, recently we have seen some accident taking place in Srisailam left bank canal. I don't know how many of you really know, in a tunnel. And about 41 lives we lost in that. N number of tunneling projects are going on in the country. N number. Every state which is having mountainous terrain is going through lots of tunneling projects, and we don't have experts in the country. Let me bring it to you, this particular point. I'm a guy of geotechnical engineering, basically. I know the implications. We don't have engineers to really design tunnels in a very safe and effective manner. That's why everywhere you find accidents taking place. We depend on foreign companies, and the execution is done in a different manner without quality check or quality assurance or quality control, which needs to be implemented by a civil engineer. One aspect. I come to another thing, very interesting. How many of us know that the Government of India, through a program of Indian Strategic Petroleum Reserves Limited, is building up underground spaces, something like this. This is not even 1/10 of the space created at different places in the country, to store crude oil for strategic reasons, if some war or something takes place, not involving our country directly, but in the logistics supply of the crude from Suez Canal or other places from West Asia or other, like Venezuela also. If we don't get oil, how to sustain the country? So to take care of these things, huge underground spaces of 1 kilometer long, about 50 meters wide, something like this, and 50-meter height, maybe higher than this, are being created in India. First of all, we do not know even whether it is happening or not. Some such things are happening or not. And without having any idea, how can we come to a conclusion? My appeal to you, I'm basically a teacher, then an administrator. How we can come to a conclusion, this is useless field? No. For your information, let me put forward an interesting thing. Highest number of construction company agencies, organizations are sitting in our own Hyderabad, doing projects of minimum of 50,000 crores and above. 50,000 crores and above. You touch Navayuga, you touch GMR, you touch GVK Energy, you touch Sushi projects. There are many more names. Due to paucity of time, I won't get into all those details. All these people are having projects worth of minimum of 50,000 crores. Maybe highway construction, maybe canal construction, maybe excavation activities in mining projects. Can it be done without the assistance of good engineer or good engineers coming from civil engineering background, mechanical engineering background, because lots of machinery are there, and of course computer engineers as well. There are tremendous opportunities. And you have one more interesting sector pertaining to civil. How many of us know from the audience? There is one Sagarmala project initiated by Government of India with over plus 1 lakh crore investment. We have about 12 ports in the country, Government of India ports, and there are plus 200, around 220 private ports are operating, mini ports. All these are being updated. And for your information, 70% of our exports happen through ports only. And India is zooming it is in this sector. So lots of opportunities in port sector also. All these things are opportunities provided you develop a good base, you understand the objectives of your education, and then get into the basics. I next come to mechanical sector. As on today, how many of us know that we are the third largest automobile sector in the world? Days have gone wherein we used to import the vehicles. We are manufacturing. And tremendous role for mechanical engineers. And it's not simple vehicle of your Maruti or EcoSport or any other vehicle, Hyundai. These are being automated. Lot of industrial automation is coming up. And if you see any of the plants, I request the organization Resonance to please take some of your students to Mahindra and Mahindra plant. Then you will be realizing the mechanical engineering, the Mahindra company is known for rolling out SUVs, most famous in the country, latest being, what is the latest vehicle? Can I get the answer from the first row? Which one is the latest vehicle coming out or rolling out from Mahindra company? Any idea? XUV 700 you might have seen, okay? Coming to electric vehicles, XUV 90 is there. It looks like Tesla. If you go to that plant, I assure you, the plant which is having manufacturing and assembly, which I think full of oils, greases, it's not so. It's much more beautiful than this auditorium. And without any human interference, vehicles are manufactured. Everything is computerized and everything runs with sensors and control systems. Sensors taken care of by electronics engineer, control systems taken care of by electrical engineering. Of course, working of these things programmed by a computer guy. How much time it takes for one XUV 700 to come out of the plant? Can you make a wild guess? Any wild guess? 1 unit of XUV 700, how much time it takes to come out from the scratch, from a small plate like this to nut to bolt to ready to drive in condition? How much time it takes? Can you make a guess? Question to everyone for curiosity's sake. Okay, a mini truck is there. Every company is coming out with the mini trucks. How much time it takes for the mini truck of Mahindra and Mahindra, which we have Zahirabad, na? About 2 hours journey from here. How much time it takes? Can you guess? Please try to know, because tomorrow you are going to make a decision for your profession, for your career growth, without knowing what is happening and blindly going for computer science, computer science, computer science. If you are interested, please go, no issue. But don't take such a decision without knowing what is happening. It just takes 3 minutes of time for a mini truck to roll out from the manufacturing unit. You can imagine how much level of automation we have adopted in India as on date. wherein there is scope for major is mechanical engineering, electronics engineering, and electrical engineering, supported by service provided by a computer engineer. Yeah, it's a fact. You can verify from automobile industry friends if you have, or you make a visit to Ahmedabad plant, you will come to know. Which sector I need to speak, please tell me. Aerospace, seeing sea changes in our nation. A couple of months back, a small startup, one story I gave you, started by 5 youngsters, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 youngsters, who have put up about 8 to 10 years of service in ISRO, Bangalore, took VRS, no VRS, resigned, and started a company known as Skyroot in Hyderabad, startup company, by pooling up 5 crores of rupees. The company now has grown to such a level wherein Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji inaugurated Skyroot Space, Infinite Space in Hyderabad before last month. It has grown to a level of plus 600 crores in 5 years of time. And it is the first private rocket launching company in the country. How many of you know? How many of my parents? I am also a parent. I have 3 children. Please try to widen your vision before you decide. And Hyderabad is going to be the largest hub of aerospace industry in the country. There are more than 20 companies operating, including Tata Advanced Systems, GMR Aerospace, Skyroot, Raghava Aerospace. I can reel out the names. It's going to be a major hub. Take out Hyderabad and Telangana. Try to have the vision of the nation. Recently, we have signed an MOU pact with European Union. And Adani has entered into MOU with the Embraer of company. Okay. From today, the number of flights operating in the country are around 700. By 2030, our plans are, our number of flights flying in the skies of nation is going to be around 3,500. You just imagine what sort of inputs are required, what sort of design skills are required, what sort of maintenance is required. How many airports we have? About 120 or so. In the last 10 years, grown from about 70 to 120. It's going to touch about 350 by 2030. Government of India is working with tremendous vision and push also implementation as well. And defense sector is another one which is expanding tremendously. Tremendously means tremendously. Large number of private companies are given permissions to manufacture defense products, components, and today we are exporting some of the defense electronics related products to some foreign countries. And please, therefore, my appeal to every one of you sitting here, don't think core engineering is something which is not productive, which may not pay you properly. Therefore, get into some other domain. It's not so. Gone are those days. Yeah, core engineering basically requires, I've given some examples. Many more are there. I just give only one related to electrical engineers who would like to become electrical engineers. Here, Number of electrical vehicles plying as on today on Indian roads is, any guess? Any guess? Just 3 to 4 years back, it was about 20,000 in the entire country. If you see the state of Telangana, I think it may be contributing more than 2,000 vehicles as a small state to the nation. Today we have about 60,000. By 2030, it's going to touch 3 million, 30 lakh, just another 4 to 5 years to come. So much scope for people working in electronics, electrical, mechanical sectors. I think if I keep on telling like this, there are many stories which are happening. These are all happening in the nation. I would like to take more questions from you rather than me giving the statistics or the importance of these sectors. Many students, it seems, have made up their mind to get into computers. Okay, no issue. Every sector related to civil, ultimately I tell, mechanical, aerospace, electrical and civil, biotechnology and biomedical engineering. A lot of research, a lot of instrumentation development is taking place in the country, including some of the private universities, wherein the traditional old method of giving medicine, we take tablet, no, and we expect it to work. But now, if you have problem somewhere here, the medicine is directly communicated to this point, if it is here to this point, so that the gestation period is quite less. That is, the time difference between the application of the tablet or injection, whatever it is, and starting of the action, it takes some time. So that is reduced, and side effects are reduced. Directly the medicine is applied to that particular point where you have the problem by the development of drug-related bots. It's a small robo. How many of us know? All these things are developing, and then in the state of Andhra Pradesh, our neighborhood, and it's a Telugu state, one of the best facilities has come up with the investment by the central government, AMTZ, Andhra Pradesh Medical Tech Zone, with about plus 100 startups, wherein they are manufacturing your CT scan machine, X-ray machine, so many other appliances. How many of us we know? Biomedical engineering is booming like anything. Biotechnology, I think sky is the limit for them to work upon, starting from agriculture sector to bioremediation and contribution to the waste disposal, treatment of the waste. Till yesterday, in India, we did not visualize the scenario and the impacts on the society from different angles or from different sectors. But now we have come out with a tremendous vision to develop each and every sector of the nation. It may be development of a smart city, or maybe a hydel project, or maybe development of aerospace, development of railways. If you see, so many changes are happening. And we have come to the level of manless driving. Namesake driver is there in your Hyderabad metro. Started with Delhi metro, then Nama metro. I come from Karnataka. We call it as Nama metro, our metro. Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation. It is driverless system totally. The guy is sitting there just to oversee the things. He has nothing to do. Everything is automated. That is industrial automation. Which branch pursues? Do you know? Electronics engineering. Everything is based on signals. Now we are coming out with ADAS system. Already it is there in Tesla, but it may not work on Indian roads because I need not tell, I'm a new guy to Hyderabad, I'm finding very tough to drive here. I don't know, if you go to junction, from which side a guy comes and then crosses you. It may be left to right, right to left, and opposite cross also. So in this system, in this, I think, very chaotic traffic we have. We have jamming traffic in Bangalore, but more systematic. Delhi have much higher traffic, but more systematic. Therefore, in our roads, it may not work, but with that intention, we should not leave the technology. Some of the universities have got this ADAS system. If you drive the vehicle, have that system, it senses the vehicle distance, and automatically, without your intervention, your vehicle stops. At 1 meter distance or 2 meter distance, whatever you want. How many of us we know? And we are now, for all future EVs, adopting that, so that to improve. So like this, in every sector related to core engineering, tremendous changes are taking place, and then India is going to be a leader. At the end, I would give the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. We are 5th largest economy in the world. 5th largest economy. And our vision is by 2030 to become 3rd largest. And we are just close to Germany, very close to Germany by less than 0.1%. I am very sure with the enthusiasm of all of you sitting here, youngsters, you can take advantage of this vision and make India a global leader in everything. I will conclude my talk with few words related to all engineering branches. A civil engineer builds this beautiful auditorium wherein we are all sitting. A mechanical engineering must have struggled hard to provide you all these chairs. Correct, no? They drive the nation. Vehicles. You can drive the nation provided you have energy provided by an electrical engineer. You can deliver all your functions effectively if you have proper sensors, automation provided by an electronics engineer. I don't know from where a computer science engineer comes and sits above all to drive everything. That is software they provide, service they provide. You want to make the shape of a chair. Basics are given by a mechanical guy. But with the help of computerization of softwares, you can devise shapes and choose that which will be adopted by a mechanical engineer, and ultimately a mechanical engineer will give you this chair having metal components. Unless civil engineer designs this, you can't do anything sitting with software and a computer. However, we have to take all the softwares, programs, and then to facilitate the process of whatever you are into, whichever process, to make it effective and economical at the end of the day. So therefore, I would like to say the computer science engineers provide service to all these sectors. If these sectors are not there, what is there for you to apply upon? Please realize this, and please also realize my final appeal to every one of you, how the nation is progressing, in which direction we are moving in, and then choose a better branch. And I, with all my experience, and I've been director on a couple of Government of India companies, Kudremukh Iron Ore Company Limited and Coal India, which is the largest coal producing company in the world, providing employment to plus 4 lakhs of people. Largest employer it is in the country, in the world, and powering everything. And a lot of experience, I am telling, sky is the limit for engineers coming from core engineering branches. Yeah, you need to have skills. It takes time for you. It is a sustained process, but you are there forever in the system till you retire, and you will reap all the benefits. One benefit I give you, how many of you know an employee of Colinda Limited, post-retirement, gets what sort of benefits? No limit on medical facilities, no limit for entire family. Indian Oil Corporation, no limit. Bharat Dynamics Limited, no limit. All other central government organizations have, universities have, limited only 5 lakhs per annum, 3 lakhs per annum, different organizations give. I don't think any organization in the country gives the benefit of no limit medical security to the employee. Post-retirement I'm talking about. How many of us we know what benefits are given by Tatas to their employees, Mahindras to their employees? Please try to get the information and take an appropriate decision. And I wish every one of you become the driver of our economy and development at the end of the day. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir, for those insightful words. Can I request you to please stay back with us for a panel discussion? A big hand one more time, everybody. I think that was a very, very motivating and very insightful talk by sir. I would now like to call upon our panelist. We'll get started with Mr. Venkatesh Pallabhatla. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Venkatesh Pallabhatla, a senior HR and business leader with 30 years of experience across aviation, manufacturing, and IT. He's a former CHRO at GMR Hyderabad International Airport and Nava Bharat Ventures and an IIM Ahmedabad alumnus. He brings rare insights on how engineering grow into leaders over a big lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a big round of applause for him. Can I now request Adil sir to please present a bouquet to Mr. Venkatesh Pallabhatla. Adil sir to do the honors. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And now I'd like to call upon our next panelist. Students, get ready. It's a pleasure to introduce Mr. Prem Kumar Vislawath. He's a co-founder and chief innovator of Marut drones, an IIT Guwahati electronics graduate. Mr. Prem shows how core engineering can create real-world impact from public health to agriculture. You should be knowing about his entrance exam ranks as well. He was a 133 ranker in IIT JEE, 17 ranker in AIEEE, and an 11th ranker in MSET. So let's have a big round of applause for him, everybody. Can I request Adil sir to please present a bouquet and welcome Mr. Prem Kumar. So very warm welcome to our esteemed panelists. So we have a set of questions which are here with us, and we think that this will definitely help all our students. These are mostly 12th class students who are now going to get into the engineering colleges. So your experience and your insights will actually help us in deciding which colleges they're going to go to, which fields they're going to be choosing. So we will get started with a very first question to Mr. Venkatesh Pallabhatla. Sir, the first question is coming your way. In today's rapidly growing software-driven world, most students are inclined towards computer science as their preferred career choice. So in this context, are core engineering branches such as mechanical, electrical, civil, and chemical losing their relevance, or do they still offer strong and sustainable career opportunities? And also, which companies do you think provide sustainable career opportunities in core engineering fields?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here and share little GAN from my side, whatever I can suggest the next few minutes of the time. I'm a core HR guy, last 34 years in various industries, starting from manufacturing, in the engineering industries, IT industries, aviation industry, and pharma industries, core HR guy. And in my career, I must have recruited a lot of engineers in my career. Maybe, engineering and mechanical, civil, electrical, IT, and so on. Still continue to hire also, definitely. Not all engineers, other profession also. Coming back to the question, I think let's think little minutely speaking. As a parent, as a student, we must be very clear why would like to pursue engineering course. Why would like to pursue engineering course? What is the purpose of pursuing engineering course? There could be 3-4 opportunities could be there. Somebody may come back and say, I would like to pursue as, academician, could be. I would like to pursue by entrepreneurship tomorrow, could be. I would like to pursue my job tomorrow, could be. Various opportunities could be there. So be clear in your mind, why do you want to pursue engineering course only? Very clear. And point number 2 is concern. If you look at our own country today, I think we have to think little big way also. This is time to think little bigger way. As a parent, as a student, think little bigger way. One is, I would like to pursue engineering course, of course it is true. And let's understand our economy also. Business economy, Indian economy, because if you want to pursue the jobs, it's driven by the business economy, end of the day, right? And business economy is driven by the country's economy. If you look at country economy, as India is concerned, developing country today as of date also, and though it is the 4th largest economy in the world today, and our major primary source of economy is today agriculture. Financially speaking, our primary economy is agriculture, plus something else understand. Secondary economy is something like manufacturing, construction happen to be there. Third is IT, services, and so telecoms happen to be there. Means our country is driving economy through in this kind of direction, next few decades or few years. Now come back to the engineering students coming out of the college. While pursuing the college, what kind of course I'm supposed to do it? Look at most importantly attitude and aptitude. What is my strength as a student? What is my strength happen to be there? And secondly, what is my aptitude happen to be there? But practically speaking, in South India, especially in Telugu states, so-called, when students coming out of college, they don't look at short term, they look at little long term also. Hey, if the guy is software guy, he get little better alliance. That is a myth today, right? As a parent, we think about that. If my neighbor is there, neighbor's son is there, he did a software course, he's getting better alliance. That's a myth, maybe true. It is there today in India, right? It's happened to be there. Now, practically look at now. As the engineer, core of engineers is concerned, today when Professor was saying a while ago, the core engineering is a backbone of Indian economy today. Backbone of Indian economy today. And if you look at software, it's going to have intelligence basically. It has intelligence and combination of backbone happen to be there. And both opportunities are there. And going back to your question, see, which company should apply for what kind of opportunities is there, okay? Today, India is very strong. Some of the economy is there. Maharatnas, company called Maharatnas, Navaratnas happen to be there. If you look at NTPC, they are the electrical engineers. If you look at Google, they are software engineers. Like I spent long time in a company called GMR at the airport. We used to have less software engineers, more of other disciplines, basically. Because airport, different kind of industry is concerned. And if you look at other kind of industries, for example, railways, different kind of put together. Coal India, sound science, oil, India oil, etc. Different kind of population is there. Means, coming back to Indian economy and students' output and company needs kind of talent today. Fortunately, our country need all kinds of talent today, all kind of talent. We require the talent right from the engineers, core, non-core, graduates, base all happen to be there. Coming back to engineering is concerned, of course opportunities are there. And be clear in your mind what kind of thing you would like to pursue tomorrow. If you are very clear, you can do that. However, today the reality in society is that as Gen Z, since I'm a HR professional, we know a lot of dynamics takes place in the business today. As Gen Z is concerned, they look for the instant gratification, immediate results, not beyond that. So as a parents, as a students, keep in your point, one point in your mind saying that, hey, think for long term, please understand. Think for long term. Salaries could be short term, definitely it is true. You may get a better salary, some other companies pay good salary, of course it is true. Some other company may not pay good salary. Like, today when Tata says very clearly, Tata is not the best paymaster today. It's very clear. When I used to say in my GMR, we say not the best paymasters, but build the careers, of course it is true. Tatas do build the careers, of course it is true. Google may pay better salary. But as a parent, as a student, think about saying that I can think about long term, basically. That's one. Second thing is that whatever career you're going to take it up, could be electrical, mechanical, civil, whatever happen to be there, think for the, something like, what you do the best yourself. This is what I do in front of my kids also, my famous also, corporate employees also saying that, hey, don't follow money. Money should follow you. When you do well, create a value for you basically. And company love you, company will not leave you also, company will pay you respect well. So look at that kind of aspects, That's what my few message for that.
I think that is very well articulated. Let's have a big round of applause, everyone. Thank you so much for that answer, sir. My next question to Mr. Prem. So students and parents, they worry about salary, in core engineering. When does good financial stability realistically come? Is it early, is it mid-career, or is it late? And does a student have opportunities in India, or he has to go abroad, if he chooses a core engineering?
Is my voice audible in the last? Yeah, okay. So I run an engineering company which is in core. So we have 150 engineers, which are mechanical, electronics, you say biotechnology. So we work in a new space called drone technology. So that's why we see a lot of technology people like mechanical, electronics, aerospace, or even having biotechnology, chemistry people also, where it cuts across all the different kind of technologies. So we pay to a design head 2 lakh rupee, 3 lakh rupee. When if you see, mostly a lot of companies only publicize a computer science guy gets a good salary. Not, we pay equally same to all different streams. It can be a mechanical engineer, it can be a electronics engineer, or aerospace engineer. So today's day, I see two set of people. The people who are at the age of 50s or 40s are getting a salary, and a guy who is passing out new is getting more than the salary of them. It's because of the skill, because of what today's technologies, what their like companies or the outside world is looking at. So once you are hands-on to your skill, so automatically the salary automatically you'll get, because I don't see a challenge. You might struggle for only 6 months, but you'll be ending up to a better opportunity and better company. So getting a hired or getting a job is not that difficult today's day if you have one particular skill. I'm not saying you need to have only Java or you need to have some. So you can have a very niche skill of designing itself, or expertise in doing it more of a tools itself. Like there are a lot of AI tools now. So how to give a prompt to a tool itself is a good expertise today's day. Or you can give a good skill of mechanical engineer, designing some prototype using 3D printing, or doing some simulations and doing some automobile, or doing some toy. So you need because if you go to the Flipkart, there are many small merchants who are skill-based. They're making a very unique kind of the product, and they're selling into the marketplace. So these all are engineers itself. Today, don't go just because someone in your family said he has did a computer science, so you don't follow blindly to his footstep like you do parents particularly, because the problem is you're not giving options to them. Today you have marine engineering, or you have like defense, you have multiple options today. Because it's not that 10 years back or 20 years back where you are not having in your first connection. If you don't have, come to the college and ask the principals, or ask them saying that I don't want them to just go for the ECE or computer science. Give me equal option of at least 3-4 options, and talk to them who are there working in that streams. Like someone who's working ocean engineering, someone who's working marine engineering, or someone who's working in industrial design, or someone who's making some product in terms, not just the software, because software automatically they'll learn. Like everybody has learned how to use a mobile, how to use a computer, right? Automatically every kid in this room will learn software defaultly. And today you don't need to code, all prompt driven. AI has come and a lot of this has come. So you don't need to worry, you don't need to think of saying that if I give him only the computer science, if I give him only the IT course in engineering, he will learn. No. Because I've seen the chemistry you do, or you do biotechnology, or you do computing, or every stream is equally important. Because after certain parents' age, a lot of people are doing share marketing every day. It's not because of your computer science, because of your computing, mathematics, what you learn. So I'm saying like, it's equal weightage. I suggest strongly not suggest, don't just blindly go since you have kept in JE. They have not got into JE Advanced, JE Main. Don't end up them to keep to an engineering college. There's enough better opportunity and which are there outside. As a parent, you keep a little effort. And because you guide them, because they're still student, they might not know what is the right. As a parent, I suggest it's your opportunity to become a mentor and guide them to do little more effort. And don't just follow a neighbor, the next to your house or next someone in the family's advice. That's 100%.
I think that is very well said, sir. Sir, would like to add something to this?
Points I would like to add, whatever my colleague has mentioned. I would like to give a small piece of information to everyone here. When you talk about the salary from software companies, how many of you know that only very few institutions, students from very few institutions, get into Yahoo with a package of about 60 lakhs a year, or Microsoft with about plus 1 to 1.2 crores, but the number is only 1. If a company like Disha comes, by interviewing about 1,000 students, they recruit 2 to 3 with a package of around 18 to 20 lakhs. What about the rest of the people? Google, 1 student. There may not be 1 student, they may go back with 0 also. So if you see the percentage of these high packages, it doesn't, rather, I would use positively, it trickles down to maybe 0.1%. What about the rest of the students? If you see the average salary of most of the institutions, I take out, I don't think NITs are an exception because I come from NIT system. The average package would be, average of all the students put together would be around 8 lakhs or so. Now, vis-a-vis core engineering. As he said, 1 lakh per month amounts to 10 lakhs. If you get companies like BEL, your career starts with 8 to 9 lakhs per month. If you are lucky to get into Coal India, it starts with 11 lakhs. Don't think that the core engineering companies are going to pay you less. One aspect. Second one is an extension about the skills. I could catch one point about choosing a proper course he has mentioned, my colleague. Please see the options available in the society among the universities and choose such institutions. The underlining here is, if you want to apply computer-related knowledge, software, you need not pursue BTech in CSC. No, those days are gone. If you are pursuing BTech in mechanical engineering, choose a minor degree in CSC and have about 18 to 20 credits. Gain all the basic knowledge in addition to your C or Python, which is being taught in first year to every student in every university. And you are upskilled in computer knowledge, and when you sit for placement with the Tatas or Mahindras as a student of mechanical engineering, you will get better opportunity compared to your peer with just simple mechanical engineering. Now, some of the universities have started keeping in tune with the national education policy, offering minor degrees. 160 credits are meant for your BTech program of civil, electrical, mechanical, electronics, something. But you can acquire a minor degree in CSC or a mechanical guy in electronics. You want to get into automation. That empowers you. So today is the world of knowledge. So gain additional knowledge through whatever you say, lateral knowledge acquisition from such programs. And some of the universities are offering within Hyderabad. I don't want to name, but please browse before you take a decision. And again, I reiterate that to apply computer-related knowledge, you need not be a computer engineer. You can acquire the skills through minor degree programs being offered. And one more suggestion to you is, when you choose an institution, for example, BTech Robotics and AI program, most of the institutions are offering, don't go by the bots or robots which are moving in the labs. Try to look into whether they have facility for the basics to build a robo, like whether they have facilities for hydraulic systems, pneumatic systems, control systems, sensors, all the related softwares. All these things empower a student to build a robot rather than playing with a robot. So please keep your, that's what I've been telling, your vision needs to be widened because it's going to be a tough world, it is going to be a competitive world, which is based on you and your knowledge alone. Thank you very much.
I think that is very, very insightful, sir. Now, talking about package, as Mr. Venkatesh is here with us, a very senior HR leader. Sir, why don't you take us to the reality of those packages? Sir rightly said that out of 1,000 selected students, one of them, they get those 1 crore packages. But what is not advertised by a lot of colleges as that the students which are getting selected are placed in US and this package is supposed to be in the US is what he's getting 1.5 crore and the cost of living is also very high at the same time. Am I right about that?
Please understand, I always try to speak in practical point of view, okay? Businesses do hire people with a purpose, not for popularity. Name any company, Tom and Dick company or big company, medium company, government companies, every businesses do hire with a purpose, not with a popularity, no company in fact, okay? What is the purpose of business? Let us say students joining in the course today 2026, by the time they come out of college, 2030, am I right? Next 4 years, anticipate the business dynamics. What kind of dynamics is going to get through tomorrow? Next 4 years, we're not aware, definitely we're not aware. And whatever you're pursuing engineering today, mechanical, electrical, civil, whatever happened to be there, it's a basics. Fundamentally, it is basics. By the time you come out of college, always make it a point to add something like complementary skills, which can complement you. Like today, I've been working for a company called Avignon, okay? It's a strongly based out of geospatial engineering, which used to be 2D, 3D, and so on happened to be there. Today, we talk about the digital twin, data migration, digital twin, IoT. You don't have talent, right? You don't have talent, neither in the company nor in the outside, in fact. What is to be done then? We go to colleges, we develop some sort of curriculum for them. 6 months, hey, this is curriculum for you. Can you teach your students come out of these things? This is one aspect of thing, looking at the future point of view. We'll look at the compensation again then, important point. This always goes three important factors. Demand and supply, which is important thing. Next thing is the financial muscle of the company. These three important, demand and supply, financial muscle of the company. In case of central governments, of course, they have a pre-described pay scale sample, they respect that. Like Coal India, what I said, 11 lakhs, it's a beautiful salary. A guy joining in Coal India is 11 lakhs. A guy joining Maharatnas, nothing is 11 lakhs. Beautiful salary. Today, if you look at some of the companies only do offer that kind of salaries. Infosys, for example, few months back, they come out with a concept, in fact. They come back and say, hey, national-wise talent examination is there. Whoso does the better score, they get 21 lakhs, 11 lakhs, 6 lakhs happen to be there. This again, business dynamics, business purpose. It's very clear saying that no. Again, look at Indian economy, what we're trying to do it. Look at global economy also today. If you look at global economy, it seems to be, agriculture seems to 6% GDP. And secondary happens like 30%, like manufacturing, construction happen to be there. Third largest is more of, services, telecom, health sectors. Means that's likely to do well tomorrow, it seems to be. Question comes to saying that, hey, is a mechanical guy can be part of the health sector tomorrow? Can be. Today, if you look at the company of GE, for example, GE does a lot of products in terms of medical sector, not only software. Its backbone is engineering again. Aim for that. You look at something like L&T, for example, they require a lot of guys. Right? Look at GMR, for example, we don't require IT guys. Very few, of course, it is true. Even many things happen to be there. So salary depends upon the company's financial caliber, always market parity. Market parity. It may go up, it may come down. Like, when, a guy is working in a software company, especially in USA, for them every day is a fresh day. They are not sure how long the job is going to be there tomorrow. And it's a common in USA, Contract jobs common today. If somebody terminated, somebody lay off, it's a common today in USA. It used to be also common once upon a time. Now also the same thing story. In India, somebody is laid off means it is stigma today. Stigma, right? Where is he going to get a job? How is he going to job? A stigma happened to be there. But considering Indian dynamics is concerned, jobs are going to be there today, and India's affordability, depending company financial muscle, is going to be taken care. And as a freshers, always give a message to my youngsters saying that, hey, look for salary. Salary is important for all of us. We have to survive it, look for all of us. But this generation is highly comfortable generation today because their basic things are taken care. Am I right? Being a second generation, basic needs have been taken care. They need to worry only about career and knowledge and courses. So concentrate more on your kind of work, what you're going to do it today, and look at your attitude, aptitude, most important. This is my message to that.
Thank you so much, sir. And we are dealing with Gen Zs today. When you talk about a college fresher today, it's more or less a Gen Z. And this, as you rightly said, this generation thinks differently. So what do you think has changed in the interview process of previous generation versus this generation, and how do you handle that? Now, this generation wants work-life balance. The first thing they come in the interview, they're like, I'm looking for a company with a work-life balance. So as a HR, how do you manage your interviews, or have you made any changes to that?
It may be true. When I started my career, we used to think something like long-term career planning. Long-term career planning. When I joined in the company, I was not sure when I'm going to leave the company. I was not sure, unless company removed or unless I go out of the company. And today generation, they're not sure how long they're going to work for the company. They're not sure. Because they need the instant gratification, immediate results. Very clear about that. And other side of the coin is that this generation is very smart. IQ is very high. Very, very high IQ is very high. Learning agility is very high, and EQ is very low. Emotional quotient is very low. This is the generation point of view. If you look at companies also, maybe a few companies loyal to the employees. Not necessarily all the companies are loyal to the employees. As this business is there, they'll be with us. Business not there, they'll not be with us, right? When I started my journey, we used to define the career plan for the employees for next 15 years, once upon a time. We used to identify the top potentials, define a career plan for 15 years for the employee in those days. Today, we don't think of 15 years. We think next about 3 years only. A guy is smart enough in the organization, do all HR tools, whatever happened to be there, he's a smart employee, you want to retain this guy, think for next 3 years, not beyond that. Means, as the companies also personalized, change a lot of policies today. They come back and say, nice to say, performance allowance is there, variable pay is there. What does it mean? You have been given basic salary, of course it is true. If you do well, if you do more, you get more extra money. If you don't do well, you'll not get extra money. So personalized compensation happened to be there, that's one. Second, the companies are prepared to give a lot of learning opportunity to the employees, learning opportunity, because this generation do a lot of learning agility is there. Learning, that attitude is there. They want to learn, produce it, do best. That's a good thing of that. Today's companies are doing a lot of opportunity for the learning opportunity with employees. They give a lot of opportunities to do so many things. They come back and tell you, this is what we do practice in companies, say, when you work in the company, we come back and say 70% is your regular roles, please understand. Regular job is 70%. And 30% of job, you can do something else also. Means, they give exposure for the employee to do something else while working in the company, to prove their talent, to prove their results, so that they can go career building also. Third thing is that nowadays, career growth is very fast, career growth. In layman language, promotions, right? It used to be something like time bound, once upon a time, time bound. If I'm working for 5 years, 3 years, I get some sort of promotion. Now it is not so. Time is very short. If you do well, company don't mind to promote next level too. They don't worry about what others are doing it, no. If you're doing extremely well, like they come back and tell you, I love you, recognize you, this is a chance for you. And we go to the extent of defining roles also, in fact. We used to practice in GMR once upon a time, A guy is smart enough, we used to go back and say, he must deserve the more salary. Not only salary, expand his job scope also. When I'm paying more salary to you, I should get more job from you, right? Simple logic, right? Expand the more job, elevate the responsibility and so on. There's a few things we can do it, in fact, I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did, sir. Thank you so much. Can we have a big hand, everybody? Coming back to Mr. Prem again. So many students are from the non-IIT or Tier 2 colleges, because IIT seats are limited and not everybody can get to all those premier institutes. So from your hiring or collaboration experience, what truly differentiates a student beyond a college brand?
So today's day, when we do hiring, we never ask their mark sheet or their degrees. So first thing is what you study and how much you have studied is not the matter what we do today. When we are hiring, we ask them, we give a problem statement or we give a small assignment and we understand the skill. What he is good at. He is good at aptitude, or he is good at more of solving a problem, or he is good at more of coordinating or everything. And we try to understand the attribute of the person, individual, and we give the work accordingly. Not because you did a electronics engineer, I'm not giving you as an electronics engineering job. You might be an electronics engineer, but you might be good at math and you're good at more of doing R&D kind of activities. So today's day hiring, I'm not thinking like the people in this room will work for someone. I'm thinking 50% of people will start their own something. Because going forward, that's what happening. Because like, I'm not working for someone. I have created an organization solving a problem, and set of people I've had. From my company itself, more than 20 people have went and started their own companies. So what I'm seeing here is, don't worry that you need a job. First thing. You need to worry only is the time what you're spending next. Is it useful for you then what you want to do in future? It's not just the engineering or the medical, because there are many. Actually, I'm surprised. Like if you do a architecture, or if you do since you have all signed up for JEE, if JEE mains or JEE advanced, what you get through that, you can enter into a different kind of the departments. Example, if you go to any institution, you don't see the computer science or electronics or mechanical. You see the other curriculums and see people who have passed out from there, what they are doing it at present. So, and try to ask that institution, can you connect me to one person who has did the chemistry, or who did some design, or who did something more of marine, or some different streams, so that you talk to them. They'll tell you the enough opportunities what is there, which we don't know. We only know because around us there are only few engineers, few doctors, and few CAs or financials. So we are only battling with the job opportunities which are there. That's where I'm suggesting you to keep little more effort, map the more career, offer 2-3 options for them, not just give them only 1-2 options. So today the guy who might be a fresher, who has come into the system, if he's really doing well, versus the companies which you join like 20 years back or 10 years back, doing a promotion yearly. We don't do yearly. For us, everything is gamified. So what we do is everything is a variable. Why he's working more is because he's earning by doing his little more effort. And companies recognizing, because since he did really well, he's getting his. So his salary might be at 20 lakh or 10 lakh, but he's earning in terms of incentives variable equal to a salary. So that's where we see the coming days, the skill what you acquire is more important than the degree what you have in the hand. I don't think, I have not seen my IIT degree after my convocation till today. I've never seen, I don't know in what stage it is also at present. So that's the coming days for you also. And not only here, if you go to outside, like a lot of people go US, UK, or there's opportunities are many, because we have the education system in India is better, so a lot of people, and math or aptitude is good here. So a lot of countries are looking at people from India, right? So don't think domestic itself, like you need to have him job in like in government. No, because however your kid won't listen to you after a certain time, give him an option so that he explores and he does different than what he is. Because every time when we see in video, ISRO sending a satellite, everybody is proud. When you see kid is doing really good in news, you'll really think he's good. But you don't give an option to a kid and facilitate to him. And don't take them to science fair, take them to some different places where institutions were doing some activities, because that gives because every engineering college do a lot of technology festivals. Or I'm suggesting is like you talk to them what they want to do first thing, because I don't want the parent to impose what you want, because your education is done. The next, they have to continue. Ask them what they're liking it, and pursue. It can be literature, or it can be your designing, it can be like any stream what they're looking at, because after the engineering, you're going to do the same. I have many of my friends after doing engineering at IIT, now they are filmmaker, they are creative designers, they are doing as a law, they're doing different streams. So you're guiding them for options where everybody is earning more. I know of my own friend who's a filmmaker who wants per month 2 crores to 3 crores and sitting in Hyderabad. What he does is just writes. And he writes only, he might be working only 2 days or 3 days in a month. than someone is slogging for more than 30 days or 20 days and earning that 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs in Infosys or Wipro and stuff. So I'm saying like the opportunities are immense, just that you need to give the your child little more the freedom for him to choose what he wants to do it. And okay, he has not got JE Advance is good. Don't worry, because I think it's he has better thing to do, what I suggest, and don't go and pay the payment seat and take the stream in some or local college, because ultimately what they're going to get is the peer network. Because today I'm running a company is because with my batchmates at IIT. So because it's also the, what you're going to sign up for them is the friends which going to help them for next career. So choosing them to the institution, choosing them to its stream is more important. You're helping them. After that, the kid and the student wish how he wants to take it forward and what he can do in the next.
I think, thank you so much. That was very well explained by you. Can you have a big hand, everybody? Sir, my next question to you, we're talking about core engineering branches today. How does one select which college should I choose for my particular course? There are obviously online ratings, but they're not the official ones. So what do you think in your experience, how should somebody choose a particular college for their field?
Especially, I don't want to touch IITs because they have their own branding. Maybe NITs also. But compared to NITs and maybe some of the very good private universities, my suggestion to the parents and especially the children, one point I have given earlier also, please try to look at the program, the contents of the syllabus, because most of the universities, they are carrying the very age-old one, and maybe with 160, 190, 200 credits also. And see the contents. To assess that, you need to have a lookout at what is happening around the country. Most important. Next one is choose such programs, because structure of the program is given. If it is 160 credits, are you going to study 100 credits of your own branch? Suppose you are, say, maybe electronics engineering, for example. 160 credit is there, you have to comply with at the end of the day. Of these 160, are the courses are amounting to 100 credits, and you have a choice of only 20 to 30 credits to study something else. Please keep in your mind, don't choose such universities. My simple suggestion, choose such universities which are giving an opportunity to you for lateral skilling. As the example of which I have given, I don't want to repeat it. Choose the university which is giving an opportunity for you to study more and more open electives, that too in social sciences, humanities, and nothing related to your branch of engineering. There are some universities out of 160, about 46 to 49% maximum make the students study whether electrical, electronics or something. The rest all, you will be devoting time to study basic sciences, which are the foundation for every engineer, and they make you study social sciences like psychology. Maybe a child is having interest in music. Parents do not allow any student nowadays to pursue music just like that. But take that course so that it satisfies your whatever passion you have, and also gives you some more skill. And then maybe psychology, if you take, you learn to know how to behave with the people. Social sciences really are very important. At the end of the day, person like me, or maybe elders, or the society in general, requires nowadays not just a technocrat with full of technical knowledge. We need good technocrats, but ultimately good human beings as well. So choose such universities. There are universities within Hyderabad also, which give you an opportunity to study more and more electives and more open electives. Electives may be within your department, it's okay, but more open electives means you'll be studying beyond engineering. so that you learn many more things, the importance of which has already been emphasized by my colleague sitting next to me, Mr. Venkatesh. Overall personality, how to deal with the people, which are very, very important. And this gentleman has said, what is the process of choosing? They see, I think any company may not look at you from a technical background to an extent of 50%. The rest of 50% is how is your behavior, what is your attitude, do you at least become a team member, if not a leader. So look at the structure, what are the lateral skilling opportunities, better facilities, the curriculum given, whether it is really going into the basics of engineering. These are the things need to be looked into. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That is very well articulated. Back to Mr. Venkatesh now. Sir, I will continue the Gen Z question to you. 10 years before, if I would have asked this question, you would have told me that, oh, this is not the right question. But now, considering our Gen Z, say somebody, a student, is choosing a core branch and later feels it is wrong decision. What do you think, how difficult is it to recover or switch paths after taking a wrong decision in a core field? Because Gen Z changes their mind very, very quickly. So what do you think? How difficult is it? Your piece of advice to them so that they take the firm decision today.
This is a very important question, right? See, when I'm defining my career as a part of career building process, I'm doing some engineering course, okay? And fundamentally speak, this is a basic knowledge. Whatever engineering course you take it up, is a basic, absolutely. And some point of time, you may come back and say, third or fourth year, second year, seems to be not right decision for me to pursue the course, okay? And my message to all of you guys, basically parents and kids also, please keep in your mind, by the time students are coming out of college, next 4 years, lot of business dynamics happen to be there. Business requirements likely to get changed. Business expectations likely to get changed. Though you come out of a particular kind of engineering, business wants some expectations. Therefore, when you're sitting in third year itself only, be smart enough, pick up some sort of complementary skills. Complementary skills. Let us say example of my own career, for example, okay? What I studied long time back, what I acquired skills later on during my course of my experience, huge, right? Huge. Today, I cannot survive in my office today without working with some sort of analytics today. I learned it today, right? You may call in terms of AI, ML, different issue, but we have to upgrade our skills. Some point of time, maybe as a proactive approach, as a parent, as a student, and as a faculty also, in fact, not only as a faculty also, get some sort of trigger in your mind saying that, hey, I'm producing students in my college, of course it is true. Apart from particular domain, what I've been pursuing today, what the business would like to have as skills tomorrow. Complementary skills. Let us take the example of Mahindra, what such few minutes back, right? What Mahindra used to be there 10 years back, what is today manufacturing process, entirely different. Entirely different. They have called something called real-time data. They got some real-time data. A guy sitting corner of the stores, he knows very well that what is the production likely to come next few minutes time. If something gets stopped production, they know also, a guy sitting in stores. Production stopped it. Technology. Means a guy sitting in stores also should know some technical familiarity. Business dynamics happen to be there. Look at the example of airports today, for example. Airports backbone is operations. Very strong operational backbone. But technology added to that, every flavor. Every guy sitting in airports today, every guy sitting in corporate today, have a technology flavor, supposed to be there. Like mechanical engineer having a technology flavor, supposed to be there, otherwise no. Take the example of your own product today, this am right? This I'm speaking mic, whatever is there. The backbone of core engineering happened to be there today. Materials, technology, and so on. Every product supposed to have a technology flavor. Nothing to wrong, please have it, that's one. Second thing is that, what I told in the beginning of my speech is that, be clear in your mind, why do you want to pursue engineering? Why do you want to pursue engineering? Would like to be an entrepreneur like Prem? He is an entrepreneur today, definitely it is true. He must have thought doing the IIT course or no, later on we don't know, but he is an entrepreneur today. Be clear, at least as this generation can think long term. What do you like to be? You would like to be an entrepreneur, would like to get into academics basically, would like to get some of the business point of view or get into jobs, look at that. That makes sense. And one more important factor, just know that, we should know about that. Today, some of the industries are very kind enough, and they're great, of course, it is proactively. They go to universities, they develop the courses of final year students. Yeah. They go to universities because industry is not prepared to wait, it is not prepared to waste time after hiring in the company, is to start learning, etc. No. Industry is smart enough to go back to some of the universities, final year students, they develop the curriculums, certificate courses, By the time students come out of college, come to campus, at least half ready. Honeywell, for example, not now. Honeywell started this kind of practice about 10 years back. Like they grabbed the business called aviation business. I think that was the first company in India grabbed the aviation business. And there was no talent aviation in the market those days. They went to universities and they defined the one-year curriculum. Plus for existing employees also they defined the curriculum. They grabbed the business. So it's all business-driven approach. Somewhere we may have to have some sort of tracking mechanism saying that, hey, next 2 years, what the kind of business technology requires for the future tomorrow. And as a students, as a faculty, as an institute, what I'm supposed to get prepared. Maybe this one more message to institutes today is that some of the colleges in India, what they do is that they've got something called corporate advisory boards. Means these institutes are smart enough, in fact, they pick up some of the practitioners from industries, HR practitioners, technology practitioners, they have some sort of advisory board. They make it a point to connect with the advisory board every quarter as a university. They're smart enough. They come back and say, what's happening in the business may I know, and what kind of skills my university students need to get prepared for that. They get up for that. I happen to be one of the, when a couple of colleges, I'm advisory board member. It's my responsibility to go back and tell them once in a quarter, hey, this is what's happening in the business. And they go back and teach the faculty, and they go back and change the curriculum also, in fact. So some point of time, we have to gear up ourselves, trigger ourselves, get prepared with acquired skills. That's only important. Thanks.
Thank you so very much. Yeah.
One point
Sir would like to add
to
something to
complement
this.
answer for your question. You said that suppose a guy joins and maybe after a year or two doesn't find it interesting, wants to leave, what to do? You have a facility here. Now, Government of India insists every university to implement. Universities have started implementing it. Don't jump into a decision to quit the program. Don't quit the program. You can take holiday for a year or maybe a semester, do something else, whatever you like, and you can come back if you learn something about your program. Maybe you get more awareness about your program, whatever you are pursuing. There is a facility for you. You can come back after 1 year and get into third year and complete your degree program. And most of the universities, all IITs are doing, all NITs are doing. Some of the private universities have started doing it as per the direction of new educational policy enacted by central government. So don't jump into a decision of quitting the program. Do something, help your parents' business, or have internships with some industry, gain some skills, come back and improve upon whatever is being offered to you by the university. Thank you.
That's a very interesting and very important insight. We don't really find this information on the internet. Can we have a big round of applause, everybody? Thank you so much. And my last question to Mr. Prem, what is the future of aerospace engineering in India as in today? What do you have to tell them? If somebody is interested in aerospace engineering, what future does it hold for India and for them?
So, how many have been seeing this, what has happened a few months back with India, Pakistan? Like the Operation Sindoor, what everybody have seen, right? Everybody was feeling that, can I do something to it, right? So the war gonna be by air, by water, not by the people. Because once upon a time, having lakhs of people in the border could have been, like we can safeguard, but today's day, having person is not. So like how could we take care something coming in air or something coming in by water, or like that's what the next what is there. Because you've been seeing every day, like everybody's parent and the students are also seeing that what is happening outside India also, right? Like what Trump went and did to Venezuela, or what is happening in Ukraine and Russia. Everything is with the aerospace, what is happening, or with the drones, or with the aviation sector, what is happening and everything. So today, I'll tell you a very small example, like in next 10, 15 minutes, everybody gonna have a lunch, right? So we are dependent on the food. But if you see the farmer who is producing this food, because every farmer did not want his child to become a farmer, right? He has sent to this kind of a hall, making him as an engineer, doctor, some other engineer, but he has not. But actually, if you see the average age of the farmer who's producing all your pulses, paddy and everything is 50. And can we alive, or can we do something alternative to the food what we have today? No, right? So what we're doing is, so what we have seen the problem there was, like to cultivate, example, a paddy or a sugarcane and everything, there's a pest and disease, people spray. And when they spray, they directly like falls on the body, and they are affected to cancer, TB. You go to any cancer hospital in the city, more than 50 to 60% who are prone to cancer are the farmers. So what we did, okay, can we disconnect this access? That's why we brought we had a couple of engineers, we worked. So now today, what we did was, the average age of 50 who's doing a cultivation, we brought the younger generation of 20s and 30s, using these drones, they're doing the cultivation. So we are bringing back people who have left the villages back to village and working with their family and the community, using a technology like a drone and earning 50 to 60,000 after all their expenditure at the village level, which he earns at city level here. So the technology like this, what we are working at present, you'll earn money. You don't worry about the money, because your parents have did all the hard work, they gave you the fantastic education, and you'll be earning more than your dad or someone in your relative. Just that if you could just acquire a skill and do, the only request to a parent is, just spend time with your kid and talk to the teacher how they are at the class first. And so that you could understand, is it necessary for him to impose this engineering itself? Or can I facilitate the other? Because as you're comparing with a student or someone in the community saying that, okay, he is an engineer, I want to make my son an engineer. No. So because I see all the work what we do every day, it's not by the engineer actually. It is done by different expert by the skill what we have. So that's what a small request is. Engineering, no engineering is fine. If they're engineer, it's not just the computer science or AI. There are like 40 to 50 different kind of opportunities for them, and they'll earn equal to what you see a computer science engineer, and they'll have a better. And you have many PSUs in India. Example, you have lakhs of people working for Indian Railways, working for ONGCs, Coal Indias, or BHEL, or DRDO. So all these are scientists are not computer science scientists, right? These are all different streams engineers. It comes from material science, comes from marine, comes from some more of aerospace, mechanical, or comes from like different technologies. So at some, and the job safety point of view, people want a PSU, and PSUs don't hire only computer science. So at least you understand that and don't push them for more of a courses which have 20 sections in one engineering college. So choose them such a way that which has a little more the previous pass outs of people, what they're doing it and how they have facilitated them, and based on that make this decision. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think Mr. Venkatesh would like to add something to this.
I'm curious excited to share something. When you talk about aerospace, when you support aviation industry, I'm excited to speak about that. Imagine about Hyderabad airport today, okay? Look at Hyderabad airport ecosystem. It's about 5,500 acres of land, Hyderabad airport, out of which 2,500 acres happens to be real airport happen to be there. Remaining 2,500 acres, different kind of business are there. And every airport in India, look at it, success depending on the ecosystem. Not only infrastructure point of view, kind of business, what do they have it? Any flight has to take off, flight has to take any kind of land means, it has a lot of supporting systems supposed to be there. Something like, cargo business, also part of ecosystem today. And in-flight catering, part of ecosystem today. And if you look at MRO business, aircraft maintenance business, part of ecosystem today. And apart from that, if you look at, for example, hotel industry, part of airport industry, means any airport, like at Delhi or Hyderabad, any part of airport happen to be there, ecosystem is very strong. The airport is successful. Now to run the airport, what kind of profession required on the airport today? What kind of domains happen to be there? We get people from engineering students, definitely it's true. We get people from the cargo industry, of course it is true. One more industry called MRO, aircraft maintenance industry, one of the critical industry for the airports, basically. If a flight is breakdown means they have to come and repair and get the job done, more than anything. That's also aircraft maintenance technicians are there, engineers are there. Means, this is the industry where airport looks very glamorous, of course it is true. You find every kind of professionals there. Every kind of professionals there. Like if you look at, for example, the convention center is there, means events takes place. Hotel industry is there. Hotel management professional takes place. Airport developing system is there, means EPC. EPC business is there. All kind of engineers are there. And cargo is there. Different specialists are there. And MRO, different kind of industry. Means airport is one of the best example where you can see all kinds of professionals do require there. We require CSE also, very few, very few. By the parent point of view, only my suggestion is that when you look at your kids' education, expenses, don't look at the investment. Don't look at ROI. No, no. Use as a career via media for that education is. Via media. End of the day, you may come back and would like to become IAS. Fine, no problem. Would like to become IPS. No problem, of course it is true. Encourage the guys to pursue their career education. And engineering, of course, essential for us to have a better future for tomorrow.
Very well said, sir. Thank you so much. A big hand, everybody. With this, we'll now take some questions from our audience. We have a lot of young audience today, and they have some questions. Can I have our resonance team with the mic? We have them at the back, and the first question is coming.
Good afternoon, dear sirs. Myself, Ayan Mirza. My question would like to be that suppose if my rank comparatively is lesser than what I expected, what do I do? Do I like compromise for like a better college with a bad branch, or do I choose my choice branch and go for a lesser college?
Very typical question, and I wouldn't like to hear the word of, let me be very frank, compromise. I think it should be erased from your minds. Next, bad branch. There is no bad branch. Let me tell you, India has just, rather it is taking off, and whole world is looking towards India. It's a fact, I'm telling you. And whether it is from underwater dynamics to space technology, agriculture to rocketry, you have chances in every field, as told by both my colleagues sitting here. Don't think civil is bad or mechanical is bad. I've already made it very clear. Lakhs of crores of investment is on already, as on today, in every sector, which for you it is very difficult to find in a specific branch, which I don't want to repeat the name again and again. All the people are working towards this, and you have students with civil engineering getting jobs of 11 lakhs, 12 lakhs from overseas offers. Choose if you want to go for a civil engineering. Take a minor degree in petroleum engineering. Take a minor degree in geoinformatics. Geoinformatics is going to rule the nation with about 1.4 lakhs committed by Government of India in this, which is going to encompass most of the projects. So don't think, first of all, any branch is bad. Nothing is bad. Have one aptitude in you. My advice to all the children, whatever branch you take, give your full 100% and commitment to become something in your domain. Let me tell, I'm a mining engineer. And I was the first fellow who have faced entrance examination in undivided Andhra Pradesh. Mine was the first batch. I don't want to get into history. We were not doing anything. What is this entrance exam? And I studied up to intermediate in Telugu medium, mind it. understand the subject much better than English. I don't want to blame other language, but it was a novice to me. I didn't get good rank. As you said, mister, you can please sit. Huh? I didn't get good rank. As per my rank, I got into mining engineering, College of Engineering, Osmani University. But in those days, it first year, 1 year, and rest all semester wise. I continued to be class third from first semester to last semester. And I wanted to become something. At the end, I came out to be the awardee of Luminary in Mining Education in India, awarded by DST Government of India. And did 225 consultancy projects. You are talking about ONGC, ports, highways, hydraulic projects, all cement companies you name, I was consultant. I've done very, very prestigious research projects beyond mining. I worked on digital image processing to improve blast efficiency in mining projects. Digital imaging process, image processing, which is supposed to be a computer guy student. And then my last PhD I guided was Mr. Raghu, who is working with CWPRS in Kadakwasle, Pune, MTech Power Electronics guy working on piezogen-based electricity from ground vibrations. So, world is very big. I don't think if you study civil engineering or mechanical, your whole life will have to be in that. He already mentioned there are many chances to migrate. It all depends on how you take it. I've taken my mining knowledge and I have done a lot of work. And I am the expert, I am telling you, with all authenticity, in underwater blasting in the country. I introduced in ports. Mining fellow, if I could do, what is problem with you? Sir has already said, today's youth is empowered with tremendous IQ. And we had to go to library to gain knowledge. But at your fingertips, you have everything. Try to excel in whichever branch you get. Don't use the word of compromise or bad. You will become the best. I wish everyone sitting here will become the best in contributing to yourself first and taking the nation ahead by contributing the might of you to the nation. Thank you.
All right, let's go to our next question. Next question, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Rishika. We have heard about PSUs. Can you give any specific idea about companies which are primarily hiring core brand students?
Can you repeat the question?
Can you give any idea about companies which are hiring core branch students?
Okay, she wants to know companies in the public sector unit which are hiring the core engineering branch graduates. Like, what are those companies? She is interested in knowing that.
BHEL hires, in Hyderabad I am talking about, Bharat Electronics Limited, Bharat Dynamics Limited, NTPC, ONGC, BCCL. There are 320 plus public sector undertakings. NMDC, joint of this iron ore in steel sector, big brother. So like this, in every field, you have Government of India companies, but they want you to come through GATE exam. Earlier, they were going to colleges and hiring the students. Now it is stopped. I think very few companies like Coal India, they go to institutions like IIT Kharagpur, IIT BHU, where you have mining departments. 50%, if they want 100 new recruits to come, 50 recruits they take from campus placement from these premier institutions. Remaining 50%, they give an advertisement, and you should be qualified in GATE exam. Based on GATE exam, they are recruiting all public sector undertakings, BEML, so many are there. I told you, no, in every branch, related to every branch of engineering, you have dozens of public sector undertakings. As on today, we have around 320 PSUs in the country owned by Government of India. They go through GATE exam. So please concentrate on your studies, do well in GATE exam, get into ONGC. I think you are the queen or the king in your life. That's it.
And so I would like to add something to this.
What I suggest you, think beyond high-tech city.
Yeah, that's very important.
If you're looking for job opportunities, let's think beyond high-tech city, you know. Yeah. There are many industries happen to be there. They look for the freshers, you know. I mean, once again, I'm telling you this, IT contribution to our GDP is only 16%, please understand. There are many industries happen to be there. Manufacturing is there, construction is there, many opportunities are there. L&T, for example, Tatas are there, GMR is there, some other Reliance is there, even in fact, you know. And a lot of semiconductor business coming up today, and EV business coming up today. And so many automobile engineers need of engineers today, automobile engineers. And you know, practically speaking, sometime back I wanted to hire the mechanical engineers, okay? And shortage is there. So the coin is that shortage is there. Mechanical engineers. It's true that you don't want to go top tier schools, maybe to top tier 3 schools only. Shortage is there. So industries happen to be there. So let us think just beyond high-tech city, you get a lot of opportunities basically. Thanks.
That's a very valid point.
You should articulate that. Please, I appeal to every one of you, don't try to stay in your state if you want to excel. Please go beyond your state. You will excel because you learn many things which you can never dream of if you stay in Hyderabad. You will learn life. You will come across many people. You will come across many opportunities. I have come back to my native state after 43 years, mind it. I've grown to the level of highest position of Vice Chancellor, not in Andhra, not in Telangana, but in Maharashtra.
Very valid point, sir. I think sir is
Wherever
trying to say-
opportunities are there, you should go.
Yes.
Don't try to link it to your native place. That is bad, mister. You asked, na, something bad. If at all is there, this is bad. Don't try to stick to your native place if you want to grow in your life.
Sir, everybody is waiting their parents to relieve them, sir. So everybody wants to go, but the parents are the stigma saying that I want them to
reserve
be in
my
the same
comment.
city.
I must really compliment my parents for permitting me to go to Varanasi in those days.
So getting out of a comfort zone is the most important thing. That is where the growth starts. That is what the sir is trying to say. A big round of applause, everybody. Come on. A very valid point by sir. And we'll have one last question from the audience. Let's see where it is coming from.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Sri Pranya, and I wanted to ask what other branches than computer science offer a good salary and growth?
Can you repeat? Other than computer science, you said? What other branches?
What other branches than computer science offer growth and a good salary?
I think we have been repeatedly telling you also, once again, okay, get into public sector companies today. Something called Maharatnas, Navaratnas are there, right? Coal India is there, and BHL is there, and ONGC is there, and they do very well, of course. This is the public sector side. And if you look at the core engineering companies, the private sector, many are there. Could be L&T could be there, Tata's could be there. And definitely it is true. And CS is also quite lucrative today. It goes like season, right? To try it. Maybe I'll give one more example to you guys. 1970s, understand, chemical engineering used to be very popular, I am told. 1970s. Chemical engineering means that is the engineering course, nothing else beyond chemical engineering. Later on, civil engineering is the season, it seems to be. Now, season is CSE. There's a second thought about that. So don't look at salary alone. There are many industries must be there. Definitely, they would like to have the core engineering also. And, opportunities are there. Definitely, it is true. It is there. But don't look for salary initially. When you grow in the company, you'll get salary, better salary. If you question me why is CSE getting more salary, why not engineering means, again, business dynamics again then. That's all that I can suggest to you. Yeah.
Thank you. I think that will conclude our audience question rounds. Any closing remarks from you, starting with Mr. Prem?
There's full of opportunities. If you're not able to get in engineering, after engineering also, or after your, every day there is a new day next day, and there is a lot of opportunity. And I suggest is, like, every day what you see is, like NASA sending someone to astronaut, someone saying that, like I'm saying, like you can start that. I'm saying, like, at intermediate, if you're not able to get good marks, don't worry. You'll have a better thing. You can do better thing than someone who's getting better marks in intermediate. So just that you see what are the opportunity you have, and you just focus for next 4 years to learn that. And after that, it's up to you, and you have many such ways to go there. So it's just, I would sincerely request the parent to help them, keep the options open to them, not to narrow them and fix to what your opinion to them. It's give them options and help them to reach out, because every institution is allowing you to go there. Today, if you want to choose like Mahindra University, or if you're going to choose some beds, you can go there and visit for 1 day, you can see. And you can interact with there's admission cells, and like there's a campus interaction, certain departments are there and everything. You visit 2-3 different kind of options, what your kid is saying, and then make a decision. And if you're not getting a better rank, don't worry. Choose an institution, better institution. Any department is fine. Because once you go to a better institution, you have better professors, you have better ecosystem, better infrastructure. So automatically, you'll become a better person. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Any closing remarks from you?
1 minute only. Whichever branch you choose, pursue it with full vigor. Look for opportunities to excel in that field. And try to play with the softwares in that domain, which is very important. And by the time you come to final year level, keep your eyes open and see what is happening around the world, acquire those lateral skills, and most important, try to be relevant. Try to be relevant to what is happening around the nation and the world. You will have to be successful in your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Going to Venkatesh, sir.
Yeah. The truth is like this today, we are in a competition basically. As a students, wherever you go, you have to face a tough competition. And if you look at the business also, going through competitions, right? We have to face the competition business side. As a students also, we have to face the competition every stage, in fact. Means you have to be the best every time. You have to be the best every time. Means come out of the comfort zone, try your best, and try to equip yourself. Don't be happy with the engineering degree alone. Whatever core engineering is there, don't be happy with the engineering degree alone. Always come out of some sort of complementary skills which is most aligned with a business requirement. This is what message I'll give to the faculty and students also. Always go back and trigger, calibrate yourself. Hey, what the business need next for next 2 years. And sometime back somebody was telling, if you want to choose a college, how to choose the best college, am I right? It's a glamorous buildings, or it's a high FT fees, or how do you see it in fact? Like when I validate the college credentials, how do you validate means I pick up some sort of criteria. Okay, hey, how many PhDs in this college happen to be there? And how many patents this college do have it? And how many publications happen in the college produce the publications, right? That shows the caliber of the college. When you pick up the college, do this kind of assessment basically. Means don't look at the fees alone, don't look at the buildings alone, something else beyond that, okay? Pick up this kind of criteria, do your best, and definitely huge opportunities in India, and adaptable yourself always. Come out of comfort zone, be adaptable, do your best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that'll conclude our panel discussion. A big round of applause for our panelists, everybody. We now have awards to be given away. So these are the winners of Mega ResoFast, which was a talent hunt or exam conducted by Resonance. And the top 100 students were actually promised they will be given a tablet. So we have the students here with us today. With your permission, can we call them on stage one by one and present the award? I will take the podium. Can I also request Shri Purna Chandra Rao, sir, our director, sir, to please join us on stage. We'll get started with the awards. All right, so let's get started with the very first one here. M. Tushara Sai Sri. M. Tushara, can we have a big round of applause, everybody? Next will be N. Kushal. Please be ready. Getting our award, and the tablet which is promised by Resonance for the top 100 rankers. Next is going to be N. Manvik. Kushal, followed by Manvik, to be ready, please. Requesting you to join us quickly. Next is going to be Manvik, followed by A. Hasya Reddy, to be ready. Next, Hasya Reddy. Next is going to be Bhatina Shanvita, to be ready next. B. Shanvita, followed by R. Padmakshi, to be ready next, please. R. Padmakshi. Followed by Ashwika Sahu, to be ready next. आप ready हो जाइए. Thank you. Followed by D. Avyukt Mukunda. Next. Followed by M. Ishan Tirpuraji, to be ready next. Next is going to be E. Ridit. Followed by Charvi Akula, to be ready next. Charvi to join us next, please. Followed by Mokshagna Yarapati, to be ready next. Next will be Tirtha Polaka. Tirtha Polaka. And Tala Akshita. I would now like to request our Director Sir Punya Chandra Rao Sir to felicitate Dr. Sastry for taking his time out and inspiring our young resonant students and a lot of students getting into engineering colleges next. Let's have a big round of applause, everybody. Come on. Next, I request Pune sir to felicitate Mr. Venkatesh. And next, I request Pune sir to felicitate Mr. Prem Kumar. Okay, can I request our all coordinator team to please join us on stage for a group picture? Jha sir, Madhu sir, and all the coordinators to please join us on stage for a group picture, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this will conclude our session number 2. The next session begins in 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Please be right back in 10 minutes for our next session. Thank you.